Hello everybody, and welcome to the Financial Solutions part of YourFinancialSoul.com. Well, what is the number one financial tip that you can give? I get that question all the time from when I'm doing TV interviews on the radio or seminars. Well, really what it comes down to is you need to hire professionals to help you keep your money. And a lot of times people say, oh, I'm not sure if I can afford a professional, who can I trust? Well, we're going to go through all that right now. And the thing I want you to remember is, first of all, is nowadays it's dangerous not to have a professional on your side. And also, just think about it. This is what rich people do. We're not making this stuff up. This is something that's been going on for years with rich people because they could afford to hire these people. And also, you want to make sure that the people that you're working with, obviously, you can trust and that the cost makes sense for you and the benefit makes sense for you. So what we're going to do today is just show you how to go through the process of hiring a money professional. And the situation is basically this. You have a job already. Most people working 50 to 60 hours a week, transportation, getting to work. By the time you get home, you don't have the energy or the time to go through and do all the things that are necessary to make sure your finances are taken care of properly. We're not just talking about saving and budgeting. We're talking about going beyond that to the things that really make a difference in the money that you have, making sure that you can keep what you earn. Now, if this is true of you, go ahead and nod your head because it's true of 90% of Americans. We want to make sure that you are positioned to be financially free. You need to get help to get into that position. We also want to make sure that you're using money pros who have your best interests at heart. Now, what we're going to go through and do is show you how to go about hiring 8 companies all about the same time right now, and using these companies to get to results that you need. We have some other videos that go along with this one that goes into specifics about the things that you need to do. The first thing you have to understand is that everything is stacked up against you, from the education that we got, that job education, how you get a job, how to get the money, but not how to keep the money, to everybody, working to get to your money. We're talking about your mortgage, your car loan, your education loan, all of those things, and when you're doing it all by yourself, I say it's like, going up against McDonald's with a campfire and a frying pan. You're going to lose, and that's what's happening with most people because they're trying to do it all by themselves. Now let's think about it. Now you, in terms of just the average American, probably have a student loan, credit cards, house loan, car loan, second student loan, 3 credit cards. You refinance your home, get the home loan, and of course you always got your taxes. And then on top of that, you got your groceries, your kids, the kids' college, cable, phone, internet, healthcare, car insurance, house insurance, expenses and fun. Is there anything I missed? Yeah, I'm sure you could fill in the clothes. Yeah, you don't have any clothes on this list. And the thing that we often don't think about is that all of those different companies that provide those services and products to us have people working for them. Accountants, lawyers, financial planners, marketing teams, a whole host of people who are trying to do everything that they legally and ethically can to get as much money out of you as possible. And you, sitting there by yourself, are going up against an army. And these people are doing this full time. They're not going to work and coming home trying to squeeze it in at night or squeeze it in over the weekend. So you need to have help. And what you need to do is just pay attention to what rich people have always done throughout the years. They get help because they already know that they can't go out and learn how to be a lawyer and take care of their credit and get the right mortgage loan and all these different things because they're busy too. So let's take a look at what they do. I mean, the rich people, they have money pros, credit pros, wealth planners, healthcare, business consultants, retirement planners, a legal team, and tax pros. Always important, the tax pros. So we can go, if we were doing the exact same thing they were doing, we'd be saving a lot of money. But obviously the problem is the cost. And the other thing to remember is that they're using the good old boy connection in terms of if they have access to an accountant, a legal planner, something like that, they're spreading it to mother, brother, sister, daughter, neighbors. They're making sure that the people around them are also wealthy because that makes you wealthier. That gives you greater standing. You don't want to be the richest person in your family and everyone else is broke because everyone's looking at you like, hey, help me. You want to make sure that they can help themselves, and that's what's been going on with the rich through the years. So what you want to do is have companies that have a cost that makes sense for you and that you can trust over the long term. You want them to have your best interests at heart, and you know, the money that you're spending, you're seeing the benefits come back to you. Now, there's a gentleman named by the name of Bill Andreoli who was already a millionaire, had real estate, different businesses, and he had all these different people around him in terms of the legal team and accountants and things like that. And he thought to himself, like, what can I do to help other people who need these types of services but can't afford these types of services? So he went and founded Financial Destinations International. It's now called FDI International. And basically what he did is he went out and he gathered up a lot of different services and put them all under one umbrella, and use technology to make it easy for people to get in contact with these people and make it make financial sense for the companies to do so. So by having a mass of people come in and being able to pick up the phone and call up a lawyer, pick up the phone, call up an accountant, a tax professional, it just became economically sensible. And that's the thing I'm always paying attention to, is what makes sense. I'm not into the hype and all this other kind of stuff. What makes sense for the bottom line? And not only did he do this, but he did such a good job at it that it's caught on. It's been in business since 2003, and you have other people who've lended their names to it, including Anthony Robbins, a personal favorite of mine. John Goodman, America's Money Man, has been on television, sold dozens of books, and also Todd Davis, the CEO of LifeLock. These people who already have their businesses going strong, they looked at this and said, this also makes sense. And this is basically what ended up happening. With FDI, he put together credit tracks, equity tracks, first class benefits, LifeLock, wealth tracks, wellness tracks, pharmacy discounts, teledoc, money tracks, retirement planning, and legal. Basically all under one umbrella. And the great thing about this company is that they don't work through normal advertising. They work through referral marketing. So they're not out there spending a lot of money. That's the other side of it that makes economical sense. Instead of spending $1 million to get an advertisement campaign going, they're able to say, hey, just tell your friends. If the service works great for you, tell your friends, and we'll even give you some money for helping us out by telling your friends, and you know, we can still offer all these great services at a great price. So all the different services that they offer include debt elimination, which is very important. A lot of people are, like I said before, they're spending money on their bills incorrectly, so they're spending, you know, up to over 50% more than what they should be spending on interest alone. So this is a great service. Credit restoration. If you're increasing your credit score by 50 to 150 points, you can now use that as leverage to go back to your creditors and say, hey, my credit score is up, I want a lower percentage rate, and a lot of times that works in your benefit. So that's something worth paying attention to. They also have a retirement solution, and one of the great things is financial advice on demand. And of course they got the legal plan, legal family plan, which is great just to have that service readily available for you. Now what they also have is the VIP personal concierge service, teledoc, LifeLock, first class travel and rewards. And the great thing about these programs, they're included. You can just go in and set them up, sign up for them, make sure everything is correct, and it's available for you whenever you need it. Now, of course, we're talking about the cost of all of this. Now, they have different levels for people who can afford the different levels of services. Now, of course, this is a monthly bill, and the thing I tell people, if you're concerned about cost, I mean, everyone's concerned about cost right now, go ahead and look at the preferred VIP, which the membership is $59.95 per month. That's $60 monthly. Now, a lot of people say, oh man, I can't afford another expense and things like this. I would tell you, please go to and look at the credit restoration video, and also the video we have on paying your bills correctly, because if you don't use those services, you're actually spending way more than $60 a month right now. And you'll continue doing that for years and years and years unnecessarily. So those services by themselves are worth getting the preferred VIP. So with these different services, you're able to get the best benefit out of it, and you can use it in a way that makes the most sense for you. Now, to get more information, just go to www.fdirep.com/Bayers, B-A-Y-E-R-S. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian Edward Ayers, and as always, remember to study your time and your money.